Questions and comments. The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Government House Leader.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker. And there's no surprise coming from me listening to the member opposite. Actually, he's been conspiring all sorts of imaginations that have driven him to be the attack dog on anything that even has any hint of corruption. And if it isn't corrupt, he'll still imply that it's corrupt. The minister he's talking about is not once, but twice has been cleared by the ethics commissioner. Yet the member persists on trying to assassinate the character of ministers of this government, whether it's justified or not. And I underline the word not because that is an issue that the member opposite continuously has more than any other member inside the House, where he tries to assassinate the character of the individual. My question is, does he believe that the Ethics Commissioner did his job when he cleared the minister that he's now trying to assassinate the character with?
The Honourable Member for Leeds, Grenville, Thousand Islands and Rideau Lakes.
A lot to unpack there. First of all, the parliamentary secretary does his best impersonation of a good defense, but he talks about conspiracy. There's no conspiracy. That Liberal Prime Minister was the first in Canadian history to have been found guilty not once, but twice of breaking the law.
And when did it become the law?
Twice. And he can't handle it. So let's talk about the other ministers who broke the law. And he talks about, whether or not the ethics commissioner ruled on that minister from Edmonton Centre. He didn't do an investigation. You know why? He's not getting all the facts from that member, the Liberal member from Edmonton Centre. Just like the member from Edmonton Centre came to committee and said one thing when another thing was true, said he'd given us all his phone records when he hadn't, of course the same is true for what he's not providing to the Ethics Commissioner. Edmonton Centre deserves better than that Liberal MP, and Canadians deserve better than this corrupt Liberal government.
Questions and comments? The Honourable Member for Beauport-Limoilou. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The strength of a democratic parliament comes from the trust that people have in said parliament. When people speak mistruths in committee, or when they do not provide documents that are requested, it's as if they were saying that Parliament doesn't deserve their trust or their confidence. It's as if they're saying that they don't trust the parliamentarians' work. And when witnesses do that in committee, well, obviously Canadians and Quebecers wonder. I would like my colleague I would like him to talk about the importance of the trust that we receive from our fellow citizens, but also that of witnesses. The Honourable Member.
We've seen repeated examples. This is a great question from the member for Beauport-Limoilou. Canadians elect their representatives, and they've sent the 338 to this place. And we've seen now that this Liberal government on more than one occasion has flatly refused the majority will of this Parliament. That should concern Canadians. And we see in matters dealing with government corruption that people affiliated with them, like in this case with the minister from Edmonton Centre's business partner, refusing to answer questions, just like when Mr. Firth and the Prime Minister's $60 million Arrive scam refused to answer questions to try and protect, they don't want to bite the hand that feeds them. Canadians should expect and must be able to expect that when someone comes before a parliamentary committee or before the House, that they will answer in a fulsome way and truthfully, and anything less is unacceptable, just like it's unacceptable for this government to continue to defy the orders of a majority of elected representatives.